So when Danielle and I were 22, we began asking some really serious questions about life and God and our future, and started a journey which ended up a year later where together on the same night actually we committed our lives to the Lord, and the rest is kind of history. Our lives changed dramatically and we've been serving Him ever since. And if you ask a lot of more mature Christians their story, you're going to find that is not uncommon, that it was in the early 20s that some really big decisions were taken. There's something about those early adult years where you are coming out of childhood and you're entering into fully fledged adulthood, where you begin to ask some deeper questions about life. You begin looking into yourself more than you did during your teenage years.
I remember being about 22 and starting to ask questions and realizing for the first time, instead of being so consumed within my life, getting to a stage where I started looking into my life almost from outside of the picture and thinking to myself, where's this direction going? Where's my life going with these patterns that I'm creating? I remember one of those was I definitely cannot marry him because that would not be a wise decision because of the particular way of life we were living and what we had chosen to do before we came to know Christ. So it was a very pivotal stage, and we've seen it with our eldest daughter, how she is getting to an age now where she is not so much living only in her space, but starting to look into her space from outside and starting to ask questions about where do I want to go, and if I want this kind of life, am I putting the building blocks in place now to create what I want, or are the things I'm doing going to lead me in another direction?
Yeah, and that's a good point, that it's in those early 20s, kind of 18 to 25, where it might be that you don't have a Christian background at all, you've never been to church, maybe a friend has shared this video with you.
So that was our story.
Yeah, we didn't come from Christian homes. And for some reason you're starting to ask questions, you're wanting to investigate the things of faith, and if there is a God, maybe you can have a relationship with Him. Or in the case of our eldest daughter, as Danielle said, she has grown up in a Christian home, but there's this transition from Christianity being the faith of your parents and the faith of your home to, is this going to be my faith that I live my life with? And those decisions are all starting to brew in the early 20s. The last story we'll tell you is of our middle daughter, who spent 2 months in Hawaii at the end of last year at a YWAM camp, and she was surrounded by 300 other young adults who all loved Jesus, and all of a sudden for Olivia it was an amazing opportunity for her to kind of express her faith, which is difficult to do when you don't have a peer group of people around you the same age who are wanting to go on the same journey with you. And so for all of those reasons, we are starting a young adults group in our home, which is going to be for you if you're between the age of 18 and 25, in that kind of region, and any of this that we've been saying resonates with you. We really are wanting to build a community of young adults who go on this faith journey together. We will share a meal together and have a lot of time just to interact and build relationships. Secondly, there's going to be some things that we get to experience together. We may pray together, and as the group grows, we may spend evenings worshiping together. And then thirdly, and this will form the basis of the substance of the group, is we will be looking into the scriptures together. I am going to begin by going through the book of Romans, explaining it to you, giving you the sense of it, and then opening it up for conversations and questions. I think it's going to be a tremendously rich time. We'd love to have you if you're between the ages of 18 and 25, and we look forward to welcoming you in our home for that.